people don't like to feel. We like to feel good. We like to avoid the feelings of shame, of anger, of hurt. And it's important to feel that emotion is energy in motion. So when we suppress emotion, it's like trying to keep a beach ball underwater. You can keep it down for a while, but eventually it pops up, and it might pop up in the forms of irritability or a health concern, or like not being able to access your intuition, or whatever it may be. Like that suppressed emotion is not good for us mentally or physically. And so, I teach in the book how to release emotion rather than recycle it, because most of us don't know how to process our feelings. We tend to judge it, analyze it, want them to go away. And there's ways to release emotion where you find a place inside of you that's having the emotion, and you also find a place where you have compassion, and you just allow yourself to feel without any judgment. There's actually a process in the book called the temper tantrum technique, where I'm sure you've seen a child have a temper tantrum. And the thing is, children know how to feel. So if a kid gets upset, like you'll see they get upset, they start to cry, and they may be yelling, screaming, kicking, and then they kind of start to whimper, and they kind of go into that, and then they start to slow down, and then they may rock a little bit, and they start to soothe themselves, and then they want ice cream, and then they're fine. They know how to ride the wave of emotions. And as young people, and our parents, did the best they could, but our emotions were kind of interrupted. We were told, shake it off, big boys don't cry, or we were like soothed with food or something like that. And then, later in life, we try to soothe our emotions by eating. So we found these kind of ways to suppress. And as adults, we have to look at, all right, how do I really release my emotion? And so, I basically teach you how to have an adult version of a temper tantrum so that you get the emotion up and out. And there's also other techniques, writing techniques and things like that. But the key is let yourself feel without judgment. And this isn't about identifying with your feelings. This isn't about sitting around and being a victim. Victim thinking gets us nowhere. When we're like, why did this happen to me? And my life is so hard. It's not about feeling sorry for ourselves. Sympathy and empathy are very different. Sympathy has pity on it. Empathy and compassion has love and forgiveness and understanding on it. So compassion, if we look at the word, I'm all into the meanings of words. So passion actually means suffering, and co means with. So it's really being with suffering. It's the difference, and we can do this with other people too. It's like how we, in my work with people, when I work with them on the emotional level, if they're experiencing an emotion, I don't console them. I don't try to fix them. I don't go in and offer them advice. I just hold this loving, compassionate space for them to feel with no judgment. And learning how to do that for ourselves is key to really overcoming disappointment.